Yo, 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 YouTube.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Esteban,
And your man, Boris.
and we are Good to Great Cigar Reviews. And today we're bringing you another Montecristo, the Grupo de Maestros, which is Group of Teachers. And this is a limited release of 250 boxes. And we were very fortunate to get it here at the Club Humidor, San Antonio, Texas. We have the sixth box of the 250 here. And let me tell you, they come in a count of 100 each box. Beautiful box. I'm sure Boris will post some pictures of it up on how it looks like when all the drawers are pulled out and everything like that. And we're about midway into it already. We like to start off our reviews like that, which is good because we can tell you the initial start and where we're at right now at the moment, like we always do. I'm pretty sure if you've tuned in with us before, you know that's how we do our thing. Now, what are your thoughts about it?
So far, it's an interesting cigar. I would say for it being from the Montecristo lineup, it's been maybe a little bit more bold.
Yeah.
Than some of the other ones, like the New York we did, last week. But we wanted to give it a shot. We want to give it a try because, like you were saying, it's a limited release. I think it's pretty cool because if you look at the band, it tells you what box number this is. So we're on box number 6. Well, we received box 6 out of 250. But it's a limited release. It's not around all the time, so we figured that we'd give it a shot. Let you guys know what we think.
Well, my thoughts on this is it's a medium to full body. The construction is absolutely beautiful. I mean, the burn is great. It's not razor, but it's pretty damn near. The overall appearance for it, it's great. It's Montecristo caliber. Mm-hmm. On the initial cold draw, it was flawless. Great draw, like a straw.
Yeah, I just took a little snip off of mine, and I put a nice little guillotine cut on it, and just barely snipped it, and excellent cold draw. As far as the, when I smelt the foot, I smelled a little bit like a rose petal.
Yeah, floral notes, definitely floral notes.
Doesn't taste like floral notes. I mean, there's a little hint, as you kind of progress through the cigar, but definitely smelled like rose petals, the foot, which was pretty interesting.
It definitely made an impression. When you smell the foot of the cigar, you usually don't get that type of scent to it or that note from it. My initial puff, the first puff, it tasted how it smelt. It tasted like the rose petal. And then it went on. And throughout my first inch, I got to tell you, very spicy. So if you like the spice in the cigar, this is definitely the way to go. It's pretty awesome on that. Me in particular, I'm not too much of a fan of that, but it's manageable. I can deal with it. Because it comes with something else. It comes with a nice floral note to it. It kind of reminds me of the Flor de Atilas from the My Father line. If people are out there rolling their eyes on that one, oh well, it's my opinion, and I'm going to stick by it. And that's what I get from this. It wasn't easy on my throat, nor the nose. The first inch, it was a little rough, made me itch my nose a little bit, and but other than that, there's a great heat of spice that kind of builds off of it for me. Now, after the first inch, I got a little bit more of the cocoa type of note to it. And then now it pretty stayed with that note to it. It's not a complex cigar to me. complex to me is it switches notes throughout the cigar, and I think after the first inch, it stayed pretty consistent with that with me.
Yeah, let's talk about what the cigar is made of. And real quick before we do that, I'm gonna talk about the burn. So I only had to light this up once initially. I haven't had to touch it up so far. When I got past the first couple inches, looked like the burn was starting to get a little bit uneven, but I just continued to puff on it, and now I mean it's pretty.
Pretty
you
flawless,
can see
yeah.
you can see how just a great construction worked itself out very nice and excellent draw. So that always contributes to an excellent smoking experience. So let me pull up what was printed on the box for the Grupo de Maestros to let you guys know what it was made up of.
While he's doing that, the smoke on this isn't thick at all. It's rather thin, which is not bad. You know what I mean? So you're not going to be fogging up your humidor or your smoke room. So that's pretty good. But he's going to get into what the box had for it.
Yeah, so the Grupo de Maestros private batch cigar is made up of some premium tobaccos. The Grupo de Maestros is a special group, and they just make special blends. So the wrapper on this cigar is in Ecuador, Sumatra, the 2010 Oliva Los Rios crop. The binder is Dominican Olor from the 2010 Villa Gonzalez crop. And the filler is made up of Nicaraguan Viso, Criollo 98 seed from the 2010 Jalapa crop, and then also Nicaraguan Ligero Corojo 99 seed from the 2012 Jalapa crop. So one of the things that I liked about this box is it had everything that the cigar was made up of, and it was actually printed on the box. Because sometimes you can read, reviews or look at them, and people put what they think is in it.
Yeah, exactly.
But sometimes the blend can be a little bit different when you actually buy that box. So, in a nutshell,
It's from the horse's mouth.
yeah, this is definitely from the horse's mouth. The wrapper on this at least this is for box 6 of 250. It's got an Ecuador Sumatra wrapper, Dominican binder, and Nicaraguan fillers.
So 250 boxes were made. Like I said, we have number 6. So that shows you how limited these cigars are and how special they are. It's something that you're probably not going to find in a little retail shop. You got to go to probably a major retailer that has them, and you can probably check it out. For all you guys that live in San Antonio or surrounding areas, this is a spot to come to and get this cigar. Do I recommend it? Yeah, I do. Because I know of a lot of guys that like the spicy notes to it, like the guys that like the Tatuaje or the Ligas or anything along those lines that have that peppery spice to it. This is your cigar. Trust me on that. Other than that, I mean, the finish, to me, I counted it, and it lingers around for about 10 seconds. So it's an enjoyable cigar, and it burns very, very slow. We've been smoking it for, what time is it? For about
An hour.
About an hour already.
I'm to the halfway mark.
And we're barely here, and that tells you, you know what, you're getting your money's worth, and it's worth every penny of it.
And we didn't mention how much. So this cigar retails for $15 a pop. Price point, yeah, it's a little bit up there on the high side, but like we mentioned, it's a very limited release. And when it comes to cigars, most of the time, you get what you pay for.
Exactly.
I don't think that this is an overpriced cigar. I would definitely not say it's overpriced.
And it's a Montecristo. I mean, come on. Montecristo is up there with the best of them. So you got to expect that when it comes from a 250 limited count of boxes. So I'm not too angry about that. But I get what the guys were trying to do. It was a group of guys that, in their opinion and in their vision, was the perfect cigar. This is what they envisioned as their perfect cigar. So, do I appreciate it? Yes. I see what they were getting at, and I like it. I really do like it. A little bit more on the spicy side for me personally, but I'm not mad about it. Has it changed my life? Yeah, I can probably say that because there's not many spicy cigars that I'd really fully finish smoking. And this one, not only did I spend $15 on it, but it's a good cigar. So,
Yeah. And not to scare any of you guys away with the spice. When I think about spicy, I think about La Aroma de Cuba, the Mi Amor Reserva. Like
Yeah.
that's a spicy cigar. This cigar, I mean, yeah, it does have some spice. It does have some pepper kind of undertones to it. But to my palate, I see where you're coming from with the spice, but I wouldn't say that it's like spicy drinking hot sauce or to me personally. But as far as some of the well, actually, let's talk about the size. So the size is a Toro 6x54 ring gauge. So the ring gauge is a little bit, it's a 54. So feels good in the hand though.
I'd really like to see how something like this smokes in a Lancero size, personally. I think that would be a pretty great stick. But I don't make them. But I'll live with it right now. And going back to the Reserva, to my palate, the Reserva was a little bit more manageable to me. This one, and everybody's different, guys. You know what I mean? So everybody has their own opinion. We have our own opinions, and this is what makes the show great. We have our own palettes that we talk on, and we compare them. And there's things that are always going to be different, and that's what makes it a beautiful review. Is that it's always different. So for you guys out there that have the opportunity to smoke this, we would love for you to put your comments down. Let us know what you think, if you agree, if you disagree, if you say you taste like raisins or something like that in there. I mean, for all we know, that's what we're here for, is to get what you think about it. That's what makes it a review. So,
And I did get a little bit of a
that's right.
hint of raisin
That's right.
in this one. So getting towards the halfway mark. Well, pretty much at the halfway mark now. But as far as the flavor notes, I would say more of just a good tobacco flavor. Not really, I'm not picking up on any real nuttiness or nothing like that. But just good quality tobacco, good cigar flavor. And the retro, I know that when we first started it, the retro was a little bit rough on the nostrils.
It was a little harsh. It was a little harsh for me.
But now I think it's a good retro.
It got a little bit more creamier, in my opinion. I think it got a little bit creamy, and like I said, going back to the smoke, it's pretty thin. If you look at it right here, and you get those cigars that blow really thick smoke, and I mean, like other than that, I think it's a really good cigar. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what I can say about it.
Definitely worth trying.
I think so. So if you get the opportunity, like I said before, please stop by. Make way here to the Club Humidor in San Antonio. Stop by, grab one of these sticks, chill in the lounge, and just relax and have a good smoke. I wouldn't say to smoke this outside because environment makes the smoke just that much better. If you're in a comfortable chair drinking a good drink of your poison, then please do so. For us, I like drinking coffee, and I got water here to kind of clear up my palate to make sure I'm not getting no crazy notes into it, but I'm pretty much content with what I think about it, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm drinking this right now with a caramel frappuccino, which is kind of sweet.
Which is really good, by the way.
Yeah, it's delicious. I think it complements the cigar. Also, we do have some water with this so we can kind of cleanse our palate a little bit. So let's I'm kind of excited, kind of on a different note. about the IPCPR, trade show that's been going on. It's over with now, but Club Humidor is going to be bringing in all of those releases from the IPCPR 2015. So definitely make your way to the shop here within the next week or so, so that you guys can taste all those new releases. There's a huge event. Davidoff released the Escudo Brazilian cigar, and I know that Club Humidor is real excited to bring that in, and they're having a huge event on Thursday, July 30th, at the Club Humidor on Hebner Road, and it's going to have the Davidoff Escudo. They're going to have the first few guests that come in are going to get a little surprise, so try to be one of the first ones here.
I'm going to try to be here for that.
The event goes on from 4 to 8 p.m. Like always at all their cigar events, you can get some great deals on your points. You can get some good food, get some good beverages, and then taste a cigar that everybody is trying out. So looking forward to that. I know that they've been anticipating that for a while.
I'm very excited about this event. I mean, not only do I live down the road, and I'll be the first guest here probably, but I love Davidoff products. They're always good. They're fantastic, very consistent, and they definitely keep the standard high with the stuff that they put out, and that is something that makes me look forward to seeing and smoking. And another thing that I want to ask you about is, are you able to like put a YouTube video on the website as well, like from like another clip? Like, are you able to add that on?
What do you mean? Like somebody else's?
Yeah.
I could probably reference it. I don't know if I want to.
Okay. Well, the only reason I ask is because I had news yesterday from one of the managers here that Club Humidor has gotten the Xeno Platinum van. It's a mobile lounge that you can check out on YouTube, and just type in Xeno Platinum van, and that's something that has been added to the Club Humidor, which I'm very proud of because it looks awesome. So Keith actually got a hold of it, and he got what he wanted. So it's and not only that, but it's in the back. And
the mobile smoking lounge.
Yes. So cool. I'm ready to go take a peep at that. And but looking at the YouTube video, I mean, it looks awesome. It's got 3 humidors in the back, real, loungy interior to it. It's got TVs everywhere. I mean, it's something that I'm pretty sure he's very proud of having. And you can fold out like a little canopy, and you can put your lounge chairs under it, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. So if you get a chance, YouTube that, and you'll see what's probably in store at some of the events coming up, because I know that was his idea, to get that out there, just to bring a little bit more flair to the events and stuff like that. So that's going to be interesting to see. Like I said, I just got the news yesterday, and I was actually present when he was talking about getting it, so I'm pretty excited about that. Did you get a chance to go to the Perdomo event yesterday? No?
No, I didn't get a chance, but
Neither did I.
we need to try one of those cigars. As y'all know, Perdomo made a few cigars that you're supposed to pair with like a Pilsner beer, like a medium body beer, and then a full body or a stout. So we'll try one of those. And then also, we need to do some reviews on some Davidoffs, because we haven't done one of those yet, and we know that Davidoff is premium cigar brand, and there's something for everybody in that lineup. So we'll bring you guys one of those as well, maybe even the Escudo.
I think that's a good idea. I think this will be a great cigar to do a review on, because it's a release, and we're going to get it right then and there, and it's going to be one of those things that you're definitely going to want to talk about. So I think that's a good idea, man.
Yeah.
Great.
All right. Well, we'll save the final good to great review for when we finish up the post for the blog, that we can kind of see how it ends and take that in, incorporate that with our overall rating for the cigar. But so far it's very smooth. The strength wise, I'd say it's a pretty pretty medium plus on the strength. Also, I'm not, my head's not spinning, but I can definitely tell there was a little bit of strength, probably from that ligero that's inside the filler. But I've enjoyed it so far.
I have too.
It's different, and that's good. You don't want every cigar to be the same.
Yeah, and that's what we try to do, is bring something different to the table where it's not the same thing over and over and over, where you're like, these guys smoke the same thing. Well, this is definitely different.
Yeah.
Definitely different.
And I don't know if we've mentioned this before, but most of the cigars, probably all of the cigars that we've reviewed so far, they are carried at the Club Humidor here in San Antonio. So anything that you see on the blog or videos that you see, if you see something that you like or that you want to try, at least you know that you can get it from the Club Humidor in San Antonio. And if you live outside of San Antonio and you want to try one, give the shop a call. I'm sure they can work something out with you where they can ship you some. But
if not, they can hold it for you. They can hold it for you, and you can come over here on your leisure time and just come and get it. And that's the pluses of this location. Well, this club in general. So, and don't forget, we got multiple locations. We got the one on Huebner, San Pedro, Stone Oak, downtown at the Manger Hotel, and what else am I missing?
You say San Pedro, Thousand Oaks, Manger, Stone Oak, and then Huebner?
That's right. Well, that's pretty much all of them.
He said we, as we don't work for Club Humidor. We're just consumers that really appreciate our local brick and mortar and what they do for the cigar community here.
We're proud members.
Yep, proud members. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. And stay tuned for more to come. Good to Great Cigars final review on the Montecristo Grupo de Maestros private batch. All right, y'all take it easy. Any last words, parting words?
Hey, man, peace and chicken grease. Stay up.